It's okay. Off the mic, it's okay. Off the mic,
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, my ego don't come. Ingo torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, my ego don't come, my people make we shout, my ego don't come, my ego don't come, man of the masses, my ego don't come, this one not the off in mind. And in the touchlight every corner. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Them be promise us say we go get light and power. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. Still them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say my ego don't come. So my people make you ladder. My ego don't come. My people make we shout. My ego don't come. My ego don't come, man of the masses. My ego don't come. Political, my ego don't come, this one not the off in mind, my ego don't come, person where they do evil, no one make person talk, them say that my ego, that man too they talk, he too they talk, say my ego diary, he they hot like pepper, but every day then they take money in bulk, woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk, but thank God say my ego don't come. So my people make you laugh, my ego don't come, my people make you shout. My ego now I'm on, I'm on do. My ego diary, my ego
Good evening to you, good morning to you, good morning to you, good afternoon to you from wherever you are watching from. This is Mayegun Live. Share the broadcast. Good now then to everybody, especially my friends in Germany. You're welcome to Mayegun's Diary Politico. And as you are joining, don't forget, as you're walking through into this, to the presence inside this temple of truth, as you've walked into fellowship with us tonight, do not forget, drop your offerings. Emma Jeogunlowo, important. Like the video, share it. I am about to share with you what is an open secret. How government try to implicate people, manipulate information in order to sway public opinion. They just did one, but it didn't succeed. And you know who the target was? IPOB. Share the broadcast.
gómìnà gbówó jẹ. Ayé ìṣúra. Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá. Ayé ìṣúra. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin òwò. Ayé ìṣúra yìí. Òkúra olóṣèlú. Ayé ìṣúra yìí.
Thank you. Thank you very much for joining me again tonight. So, you are welcome. Yesterday, the rest of Nigeria and possibly the rest of the world were grappling with the reality that the Fulani terrorists, the Boko Haram terrorists, and every other terrorist brought into Nigeria by APC, Egbekegbe, and then religiously protected by Boko Haram's government for the past 7 years. The reality that, yes, it is already happening. The attack on Kaduna Abuja rail line. The attack and the victims, their names, the dead, the kidnapped, and the reactions of all the rogues who made it happen, only to come around and sympathize, empathize, they claim, and then to pay condolences to the victims of another of their jihadist movement and the jihadist policies and the terrorists inclined murderous regime, everything they represent, just another set of victims until the other ones will happen again. Now listen to this. Until they ethnicize and tribalize the security apparatuses in Nigeria, even if you will say Nigeria is not really that great defense-wise, it wasn't this terrible and bad. And the reason why the security system of Nigeria collapsed was because Nigeria handed over their own country to terrorists. In disguise, the Al-Qaeda People's Congress, APC, the moment you handed over your country to them, or they forcefully managed, by fear anyway, because it's paying out and it's already playing out anyway. When they took charge of your country, like Nigeria, the security system of that country automatically collapsed. They tribalized it. They allowed terrorists from the Sahel, terrorists from all over Africa. They invited them. They saw to their arrival. America raised alarm. Nigeria is going to become the jihadist capital of the world, as all the terrorists who are running away from different, operation field all over the world, who are being hunted down, they are now headed for Nigeria. But what did Nigerian security and government, what did they do? They buried it until you started picking bodies like never before. And remember this, before these rogues came in, before they tribalized the security system of Nigeria, before they decided to choose which tribe, which religion, which people are going to be profiled, are going to be gaslighted, are going to be targeted in this their own jihad from 2015. So before they came in, they told us that they were coming to nib in the bud the threat of Boko Haram. America said in 2015, Nigeria will become the capital of terrorism all over the world by the end of 2020. And that came to pass. What did they do? In the security system of Nigeria right now, if you are an Igbo man, you are automatically a Biafran, which is true. And at the same time, you are automatically considered as a member of IPOB. Now, listen to this. While they put together packages to welcome the terrorists who are going to invade Nigeria, as Buhari's government were working day and night, dishing out different propaganda over propaganda to tell you never to worry about this invading terrorists in 2015. In the same security system, they were putting together schemes, plans, bloody plans to blame any security infraction in Nigeria on the Igbos. You probably don't know that, maybe because you are not an Igbo man, or maybe you are one of those who are living in that denial, but I'll get you to that part. Before these rogues came in, the threat, the supposed threat to the existence of Nigeria was Boko Haram, led by Alhaji Shekau. Remember that. And their promise was that what was Boko Haram? That Nigeria has the capacity to crush Boko Haram. In fact, they promised to expose the sponsor of Boko Haram and end it once and for all. 7 years down the line, we are not just dealing with just Boko Haram. We are dealing with Boko Haram 1, Boko Haram 2, ISWAP. We are dealing with the Fulani terrorist. We are dealing with, and you know, one thing is this, so the terrorism has now escalated from one region, northeast of Nigeria. In 2015, it has now escalated to the rest of the country. Now, what is the reaction of Buhari's government and APC? They put together a forgiving rehabilitation program for repentant terrorists. That is on the one hand. On the second hand, they were putting together laws that would allow the indigenous people of southern Nigeria to part with their lands in the name of unity, in the name of peace, and they will gazette those lands, and those lands will be used to resettle the coming Fulani terrorists into Nigeria. Now, this is where it gets complicated. The terrorism up north has escalated beyond northeast, beyond Borno, okay? And the people living in all this part of northern Nigeria, they have all shared in this bloody campaign. But guess what? Because Buhari, who claimed to be a Fulani man, and so many other Hausa in his government, Kanuri in his government, majority of them who come from this up north, they were selling the idea of the reason why the southern Nigeria are so angry with the idea of parting with their lands or giving lands to Fulani here and there or so. The reason why the southern Nigeria is angry is because southern Nigeria, they hate the north. Now, I'm not going to let you get confused. I'm going to break it down for you. This is the idea, okay? We have the Fulanis who are committing the crimes, the Fulani terrorists who are committing the crimes all over southern Nigeria, in Yoruba land, in Igbo land, even in Ijo land, all over the place, right? These Fulanis, they are not Fulanis from Sokoto, they are not Fulanis from Kano, they are not Fulani from Zamfara, they are not Fulanis from any part of Nigeria, because if they were Fulani from any part of northern Nigeria, definitely they have their own villages, they have their own towns, and they have their own states. So you can't leave your state to go and start killing from another, killing people in another region, and then you say, when did the people then now say, no, we will not accept this, then you turn around and say, oh, they hate us. It's because they hate us. The reason why the North got played is that the Boko Haram's jihadist government, who opened the border for the terrorists who have invaded Nigeria, yeah? They were presenting the picture of this is a Fulani government, northern Nigeria government, in the interest of northern Nigeria. But when you put the numbers together, where have you recorded the worst the worst record of the terrorist victims in Nigeria, you will have the northern Nigeria take more than 60-70% of the victims. But the Boko Haram's government continue to make them feel like, you know what, this is our government. Don't believe whatever they tell you. We are trying to make peace. All we need is that let's give lands to these people who are coming from everywhere. Let's give them lands. So how do you walk into a country and you start killing people? And then you are killing them, killing and kidnapping them, right? Simply because you want land. Then on the other hand, the government that sworn to protect everyone, that government says the only way to peace is for everybody to give lands so that they can resettle them. Now, do you see these two postures? The North is bleeding, which is true. Just like what happened in Kaduna Abuja Kaduna Abuja Railway. Yeah? The people who are committing this crime and those who have survived, they came out with clear explanations that those who took us, they were Fulanis, and they were even speaking foreign languages. But in the book of Boko Haram and gang, the government of Nigeria, those guys, there is already a pardon waiting for them. All they need to do is to just give a date. They want to come out. Okay? Every crime they've committed, gone. All those who died, gone. That's the plan. Meanwhile, in that same Nigeria, which is something that is so strange, so strange, right? In southern Nigeria, if whenever the Fulanis and Fulani terrorists, whenever they committed any crime and people managed to round them up, people go for them. Okay? What happened after is that the security system, the security agents, DSS, military, all of them, they will back the Fulanis. And we also have evidence of that. So this is where it became so ridiculous, where people now figured it out and said, listen, it's not hard. If these people are committing this crime and they are getting away, and no single one of them has been prosecuted, arrested and prosecuted and jailed for this crime, and if you try to fight back, the military or the police will come after you, they will come after your village, and they will unleash even worse terror on you. That's exactly where IPOB came into the picture. What is the full meaning of IPOB? Indigenous people of Biafra. Who are they? Who are the IPOB? Indigenous people of Biafra. Indigenous Biafra. Do you get that? People from the whole eastern region. They decided to fight back. In their own way, they decided to put together a security system comprising of volunteers, indigenous people from their different communities, especially communities who have witnessed the horror of Fulani's terror. They go about with flags. They go about with placards. They go about with megaphone, smartphone, selfie stick to demand for, listen, give us a chance for referendum. We don't want to be this part of this arrangement, an arrangement that is like a suicide. And if you pay attention to it very well, keeping Nigeria one or fighting to keep it one is suicidal, even to those who are benefiting from it and those who are not. Give us a chance for referendum because we are capable of defending ourselves. These foreign Fulani aliens who have invaded Nigeria on the invitation of APC, we don't want to deal with that. We don't want to be part of this. So they declared them terrorists. That's the twist. The terrorist government of Boko Haram that is shielding terrorists, that is always expressing shock. 30 people killed in Niger. I'm so shocked. Buhari expressed shock. 280 people killed in Zamfara. Hey, what kind of country is this? Buhari expressed shock. Do you know how many times he's been experiencing shock? But in the security circle, the terrorists are not as dangerous as the Biafrans who are holding flags, smartphone, and the megaphone asking for Biafra. Maybe you don't get what I'm trying to explain to you here. To you, you can say and tell yourselves, maybe not until, before now, because, you know, I'll tell you, I'll get to that part where they decided to turn it up a little bit, increase violence in eastern Nigeria, blackmail IPOB, because it's easier. In the security circle, all they needed is to what? To put one or two things, one or two lies of many lies on paper, and then on the official paper of the government, and send it to the media. Then it becomes official, and they say IPOB, but they don't have to give you any evidence. Do they have to? Nigerians don't need evidence. Even if you give them that evidence, staring them on their faces, right? Their rogue governments always have a way of making them believe otherwise. In their own book, to you, if you see an IPOB man, and you see an ISWAP, I bet you will be asking the IPOB member that is beside you, how can we try and, disarm this guy, this ISWAP? But that is not what it is. In the book of Nigeria government, that ISWAP, that Fulani terrorist, AK-47 wielding animal, all those terrorists, right? They are just disgruntled. They are just angry because of all of you. How dare you reject waterway bill? That waterway bill where we just wanted to take the 10 kilometers, 20 kilometers of land from all the waters all over Nigeria. That's all we wanted to take and wanted to give it to these guys. All of you said no to Ruga, no to this or that, no to Katu Colony. So if you say no, these guys are just angry. Listen to Sheikh Gumi. Gumi had to go on different campaigns all over the country, explaining the grievances of the terrorists, because the government allowed that. Nobody could go all over Nigeria to explain the terror that Buhari's government using the military to commit against the Igbos in the name of looking for IPOB. So, in that unbalanced, unfair contraption, the security system, the security officials in Nigeria, they are not looking for terrorists. They are not looking for the Fulani terrorists. They are looking for you, who is calling them terrorists. You are the terrorist, and therefore, we will treat you as such. So in their book, in their memo, anything that they want to make look scary, they have to put IPOB in it. Do you get that? IPOB broke into Owerri prison. We said, give us proof. For 5 hours, Owerri prison in Imo State is just about 5 minutes. If you dey walk out, just walking from the prison to governor's house, where the governor was living, he's living. It's just about the same 5 minutes walk from the police headquarters in Imo State. The prison, the Nigeria military that is always looking for the IPOB. They're always looking for IPOB. They go into people's homes, civilian homes, women, children. They brutalize them. They beat them up. They rape them. And they kill them. They destroy homes. They burn down properties looking for IPOB. Then they said IPOB broke into Owerri prison for 5 hours. 5 hours. No single warden was injured. The military, they are just about a 15 minutes drive from their base to that prison yard. The IPOB that they said broke into Owerri prison, spent 5 hours. They even had their praise and worship inside the prison before everybody dispersed. And when they realized that, well, that no make sense at all. If we say IPOB broke into Owerri prison, they spent 5 hours there, and no single one of them was arrested or shot. No single warden was injured or shot. And governor's house not far from there. What does that tell us? Is that not just telling that we are exposing ourselves to the world and saying, oh, IPOB could walk into Hopeless Uzodijo's house and they could just take him inside the governor's house. Nobody will notice anything. They quickly changed the message. They said, no, it's not IPOB. It's not IPOB. It's just that IPOB contracted people from outside to come and do it. And it also has some political angle. Now so it's no longer IPOB. Somebody harassed a gateman, a security guard in Abuja. You remember that story? This code of conduct chairman, there's this code of conduct bureau chairman, that thief who is in charge of probing thieves, code of conduct. You remember him? He went to a shopping complex in Abuja. He is considered to be a judge, okay, in code of conduct bureau. He went to a shopping complex in Abuja. We don't know what happened, right? A security guard approached him. The security man said, no, you can't park there. Before you know it, he started harassing him. He started, insulting him, calling him names, verbally assaulting him. And all of that, some people captured it on camera. He got to a point that he wanted to beat the guy. He was like, punching the guy. The security guy. Now, that video made it to the internet. Everybody saw the video. Do you know what? When the same guy wanted to release apology statement, listen, apology, a judge beating up a civilian, somebody who didn't offend you, who was just doing his job. In his apology letter, he said, I am so sorry for my outburst. I am so sorry for the way I reacted. But it was because I was trying to fight for my life. I got to this shopping complex. That's what he said. They said he got to the shopping complex. And then when he was trying to get out of his car, some IPOB members, they surrounded his car and they started rough handling him. That was why he had to fight his way out. They say, hey, what's in IPOB they do inside shopping complex where you assaulted people, somebody? What is IPOB there? Probably the security guy was an Igbo man, a Biafran. So what I'm trying to tell you is this. Even though you all know the terror that is enveloping Nigeria, you all know the tribes behind this terror that is tearing Nigeria apart. And you know why that is tearing Nigeria apart? Because this tribe are so protected, right, than those of you who claim to be Nigerians, and you are also prevented from even defending yourself against them. So you have the option of your back is at the wall. They have your back at the wall. You either fight back or you just wait to be killed. So as Nigeria is tearing apart, the people behind it, the people benefiting from it, you know them. But your government, your security agents, your police, military, all of them, they are not seeing it that way. In their book, if you want to make a security report scary, put IPOB there. That's exactly what they did. Why the victims of Kaduna Abuja rail line were picking up the pieces of their lives, including the innocent people who lost their lives. Nigeria was preparing to play Ghana in a World Cup qualifier. APC, Egbekegbe, Boko Haram and gang in order to, what they called, to boost the morale of the super eagles, super chicken. So super at all, eh? God damn crippled their chicken, disabled and all that, you know. In order to boost the morale of the players, they decided to give out almost 40,000 free tickets. Listen to this, so these criminals, 40,000 free tickets. Just come to Abuja, fill up the stadium, because Boko Haram is also coming there to share the super chicken. Everybody was preparing. Tomorrow they go see. Tomorrow Ghana go take. Tomorrow we go show them. We go scream. We go take scream, kill them. Super chicken must qualify. Boom. God knows how many people got killed. Kaduna Abuja rail line got blown up. The terrorists came in and then they started shooting the passengers. I'm talking about execution. Kill all of them, they were saying in Hausa. That's what one of the survivors said. They were saying, kill all of them in Hausa, not even in Fufude. Kill all of them. Yamutu yakari. Yamutu mutefi yakari. Babuda. I don't know. I hope Ahmed is going to call in tonight to help me with that part. The survivor said, in our own carriage, they probably killed more than 20 people, right, around her, right? And she had to pretend that she was dead. What's going to happen for Abuja now? Hey, Fulani terrorists. Hey, Boko Haram. Hey, look at this again. Boko Haram's government. This government is this. People were reacting. People were angry. People were, you know what I mean? What are you going to do now? Are you still going to continue to pardon the terrorists? Are you still going to continue to spend money on them and all of that? Hey, reactions, oh. We don't go agree, we don't go, no, story. DSS, Daura Secret Service, they just released a memo. That memo was supposed to be a memo, security memo, that suddenly surfaced, warning the VIPs, Boko Haram gang, not to go to Abuja Stadium tomorrow because they received a security report that IPOB is coming to bomb Abuja Stadium. Oh, breaking news, breaking news. No breaking news. They kept it away until later in the evening after the super chicken have been completely disgraced and in shame. And the anger of the people who wanted to forget about Kaduna Abuja rail line bombing, their anger just exploded. Boom. How can we douse this tension? Let's douse this tension. IPOB wanted to bomb the match safe. All of you didn't even know that. Oh, did you not know that DSS, we discovered that that match, what about the intel on the people who bombed Kaduna Abuja? What happened? What's the intel on them? Did you receive that? No, that's not scary. Some angry guys just blown up the rail line and they killed some people and they kidnapped some people. Hala and vibes and all of that. But there is actually one threat. Very, very big threat. IPOB. Oh, tell us about it. IPOB, they want to bomb 60,000 stadium. That is the news. That is so scary. Are you not scared? How are you not scared? So I'm scared. IPOB wanted to bomb. How? IPOB from Eastern Nigeria. They will enter bus and they will say, oh, let us go and bomb Abuja Stadium so that we can show Buhari that we are so powerful. We are so scary. Meanwhile, terrorists is a joke, isn't it? Of course it is a joke because Nigeria is a complete joke. These guys are joke. And majority of those who actually defend them are what? They are clowns. I'm not joking. They released a statement. Let's see if I can read out. IPOB want to bomb stadiums. That is why Buhari cannot come. Oh, no wonder. Thank you, DSS, Daura Secret Service. Then what happened to the terrorists who killed God knows how many soldiers? Listen, they said it was a bloodbath. You know what a bloodbath is? When you are walking and it seems that, you are walking inside a train, in a coach, in a coach, in a train, and then you are just like a puddle of blood of human beings. Listen, imminent threats of explosive attack on MKO Abiola National Stadium by IPOB. This is intel, security reports. Can you see this joke? Intelligence available to the service indicates imminent attack on MKO Abiola National Stadium, Abuja, by members of the proscribed indigenous people of Biafra using prime improvised explosive devices on the 29th of March between Nigeria and Ghana, aimed at causing maximum casualty and attention to the secessionist agenda of the dissident groups. In view of the foregoing, coupled with the planned attendance of President Muhammadu Buhari and other important dignitaries to honor the national team, there is the need for adequate deployment of counter-security measures before and during the slated match, with a view to preventing detecting and neutralizing the threats. Nothing, no threats, no nothing. A make-up diversion, which is just something to say, hey, wait. We know our boys blew up a rail line. We know that. We know they killed a lot of people. They killed a lot of soldiers. We know. But there's actually a threat to blow Abuja Stadium. That is big. Do you understand that? Their intention is not for you to believe. Do you know that? No. That is where some of us sometimes misunderstand propaganda. Do you know that propaganda, most of the time, is not because it wants you to believe what they are saying. It is just to plant that doubt in your subconscious mind. And it will always be in your subconscious mind. When you go anywhere, you remember DSS said IPOB wanted to bomb Abuja. And when they tell you to hate on Igbo, when they tell you to be scared of Biafrans, when they tell you to hate them or attack them or do this or that, in your subconscious mind, even without proof, without any evidence, your mind is going to be saying, maybe it is justified. I remember one time when they said they wanted to blow Abuja. That's all you need. It's not because you want to believe it. They don't need you to believe everything. They just need to plant it in your subconscious mind. Divert your attention. Make you imagine that. Right? Yeah. 970 passengers on a train. Oh, I can imagine what is it going to be like when the terrorists attacked them. When they started shooting and killing. Oh my God, that's so scary. Oh my God, that could have happened. Then they planted another one in your mind. Imagine if they detonate bomb where 60,000 people were there to cheer up national team. IPOB. Listen, we've told you. Shebi, we told you that IPOB broke into prison. Shebi, we told you that IPOB attacked their police station. Shebi, we told you that this and that. So imagine if they blew up Abuja Stadium. 60,000 people. And you say, God forbid. I can't even imagine that. No. They just need few people to imagine it. That's all. Just imagine it. There are other things that are going to point and try to attract your subconscious mind here and there. And everything is programmed to go that way. They have succeeded in northern Nigeria. An Igbo man is an endangered species in Nigeria. It's just that all of us are endangered. It's not all of us actually knows. Systemic, ethnic, tribal profiling powered by the security system of a country. That is some powerful shit, man. Sorry, kids, if there are kiddos out there. You don't understand. When the security system, the intelligence community, so to say, who always have raw information that borders on security, they have them every now and then. Now, when they now have those intel, and they also have the power to manipulate the intel in order to serve a particular purpose, just something they call a means to an end, that is more dangerous than anything you can imagine. And that's exactly what they are doing in Nigeria. Terrorists are running amok. Terrorists are wreaking havoc. But the security apparatuses in Nigeria, when they receive the intel that could prevent terror attack, that could save lives, they manipulate it, they redirect it, they then gazette it, and they then mobilize forces, resources towards a different direction, while the terrorists continue to run amok. That is more dangerous than even stealing public money. It is more dangerous because all it takes is that if they can use that, this is where it becomes more dangerous, right? They have already tribalized, ethnicized the security system in Nigeria. You know that. Now, since they have done that, now using that same security system to target a tribe, or to target tribes or ethnic nationalities in Nigeria, in a country that has over 250 languages, ethnic and tribes, then you can sit down and use the resources of the entire country to target any particular tribe you choose. That's exactly what they are doing. And that is more dangerous than them stealing money. Stealing money. Oh, thief is a thief. Oh, stealing money, looting your money is more dangerous, because that is what you called. That's what you would call systemic genocide. The systemic ethnic genocide, ethnic cleansing, anything what you want to call them like that, because it is systemic. All they have to do is to criminalize that tribe, criminalize that ethnic nationality. Once the system criminalizes them, wherever you go, as an Igbo man, for example, whether you like Nnamdi Kanu or you don't like him, whether you agree with Nnamdi Kanu or you don't agree with Nnamdi Kanu, whether you support Nnamdi Kanu, whether you don't support Nnamdi Kanu, in the Nigeria system, in the Nigeria rigged, manipulated system, you are a member of IPOB, and to them, IPOB systemically have been profiled as endangered species. So if you don't have an idea of what they call the comradeship in this regard, you probably have no idea what Nigeria have in stock for you. It is them, not me. If the system is neutral, the terrorists who are actually committing crimes, they will be behind bars. Thousands of them will be in jail. Maybe thousands of them would have been executed for their crimes. But when the system doesn't punish them, the system says Operation Safe Corridor for repentant terrorists committing these heinous crimes. But the system now decided to scapegoat people who are asking for a referendum. People who said we want to defend ourselves against these invaders. You as a Yoruba man, you probably, even if you haven't been a victim, or even if you haven't met any victim, at least you have read a lot about those who have been victims of Fulani terrorism in Yoruba land. Now, if you then choose to say, we want to stop that, we will defend ourselves, and the system says no, and then the system then criminalize your agenda or your advocacy, and the system doesn't stop there, it decided to scapegoat you. That's exactly what they are doing to the Igbos. Now, in this case, nobody can deny the atrocities of the Fulani terrorists, which many of our people have confirmed that they don't even speak the language that many of you know from northern Nigeria. The people from northern Nigeria who have come across some of them, they've also confirmed that many of these killers, they are not even from Nigeria, nowhere from there. Because if they are from Nigeria, the question you will ask is, what is the agenda? Didn't they have their own state? Don't you have, they said out of 19 states in northern Nigeria, you have about 12 of them being controlled by the Fulanis from that part. So which means they came from somewhere. So those who are killing us or attempting to kill us or take over our land from any part of southern Nigeria, definitely they can't be from that part. And if they are, then that's a call for civil war, isn't it? Because the arrangement was that everybody will hold their own parts. You don't go encroach on mine. You don't try to kill me to take over mine. Because if you do, I have the right to defend myself. Now, if you don't give me that right and you turn your gun against me, then that means you have broken that agreement. The agreement that should have been the agreement of Nigeria as a place, Abi. So the system is programmed that way. Before that system turned on you, remember how the system quickly turned on Oloye Sunday Igboho. How the system is hunting down our brothers and sisters in Yoruba land simply because they said we will say no to the Fulani terrorist invasion of our land. That is the bone of contention. Are you with me? And that is why they have criminalized the IPOB day and night, even without any proof. That's why I've also told you, don't celebrate unknown gunmen, please. Nigeria has done so much damages. Many families have been affected with the atrocities of Nigeria government, the Nigeria military, the Eastern Nigeria governors, the Eastern Nigeria politicians, the Eastern Nigeria elite, the royal fathers and the rest of those who have kept mute. Why Buhari unleashed terror on the people of Eastern Nigeria? Thank you. So, for those who have looked away all this while, when Boko Haram unleashed terror on the Eastern Nigeria, on the people of Eastern Nigeria, and they still continue to unleash that terror, families who have been affected, majority of them, when ESN came, Eastern Security Network, they believed that that was a breath of fresh air, that at least, even if they have to be managing and coping with the brutality of the Nigerian military, Nigerian soldiers who are assaulting and killing and burning their properties, right? At least they can still go to farms and they won't have to worry that these marauding, heartless terrorist Fulani invaders, snuffing lives out of them. So they breathe a breath of fresh air when ESN came. Then the political class in Eastern Nigeria, they unleashed their political criminals, harmed them, and they started committing the crimes that you and I know. At least we've been with this IPOB for more than 7 years, before the establishment of ESN. And we know the moment they came to be, it was like putting up a defense in a new way, and none of them is in control of it. Now look at what happened. They unleashed war on the people of Eastern Nigeria, and majority of them kept quiet. But I'm saying this to you, my friends. Look at me very well. The IPOB that I know, the one that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that I know leads, until he was kidnapped, until what they have done or they are doing to him right now. We've seen the IPOB undergone different provocation, attacks. We've seen them being killed, even when they attempted to kill Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. More than 28 people, including the family dog of the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, more than 28 young men and women were slaughtered that day. For 2 years, there was never any reprisal. There was never any police station attacked. There was never any kind of violence anywhere in retaliation to what Nigerian soldiers, Nigerian military, Nigerian police did to them, right? But the moment they decided to defend themselves, protect their women, protect their lands, protect their farms, suddenly, the repentant terrorists found their ways into eastern Nigeria, and the Nigerian media quickly tagged them unknown gunmen. Suddenly, police stations are going up in flames. Politicians are being targeted and then they are being shot. A lot of things are happening. Some of you feels like a scammer. Some of you have no real definition of those behind it. But I continue to plead with you. Do not celebrate unknown gunmen, because they are all the handiwork of the people who felt like, despite all provocation, you never chose violence. You continue to propagate, advocate for a referendum to put to test if the Igbos want to be part of Nigeria still or not. Yeah? Don't celebrate them. They needed the violence and they needed to blame it on some people. The easy target is the IPOB. How could they have killed you so much? And you've never found any reason to pick up the arms and start war with them? Yes, I know people who actually beat the drum of war. I know some of you who actually enjoy the fact that they needed to be burned down and the rest of that. Listen to me very well, right? The most powerful weapon in the arsenal of the IPOB that I know is actually not the guns, not the numbers of guns you can buy, not the numbers of bullets you can buy, not the numbers of armored vehicle you can manufacture, not the amount of defense you can pull. Not just that, ladies and gentlemen. The most powerful and most valuable weapons that the Biafrans I know have is the people, you yourselves, the bond that Nigeria have been founding so hard to break for decades. Some of us admire this. Genuinely, we admire it. And in all honesty, this is what Nigeria feared most. This is something that they feel like if you could have access to power, you could change the orientation of what a country should be. That bond scared them. I'm not scared of your gifts. I admired your gift. And there are many, many Yorubas who are not scared or jealous of the gift of the Igbos or the bond that you are for those who can see through them. We are not scared of them. We are not feared of them. We are not jealous of them. But we do what? We admire them. That thing is what they needed to stain with blood. And the moment you admit for blood something that they want you to admit to, innocent people getting killed, in order to get back at them, that's all they need. That's all they want to show to the world. But they have been doing it so long. Guess what? They still haven't succeeded. Because people of conscience are asking questions. If you say IPOB did this, can you give us a proof? If you arrested these people for being members of ESN and you said they committed this crime, why are you denying them court appearances? Why are you running away from your courts? Why are you not presenting your evidences against them? You have the law, you have the power. You said you've arrested them, you've killed many of them, you took their bodies away. You are not allowing any external investigator to look into all the crimes you are committing against them. You are directing the whole story. You are dictating the media narratives and the rest of that. And you are still running away from your courts. Do you understand that? It simply means they just needed this bloodbath to validate why they have committed so much crime. But they still couldn't really prove that. There was a time they said IPOB was coming to Lagos. And the first question people asked, to come and do what? Is Lagos going to be part of the Biafra Republic? How does that sound to you? We said, don't believe them. They've made up so many stories. But yet, every single time, listen to this, every single time that the victims of their illegality and crime should have their day in real court, they always get exonerated and let go. Yes, it is all scheme that has exposed that Nigeria is targeting them, but Nigeria have nothing on them, nothing really concrete to back up the reasons why they are killing the Biafrans. They are dictating or trying to direct how you are going to react to this. I am telling you this. They have done and done and done that, but they failed. For 2 years, they held Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. When it got to a point, they had to let him go and use another plan. Let us kill him, which was the second plan that also failed until the current one to kidnap him. So, they went to Obigbo, Holu, Osu, and all these places. They kidnapped innocent people. They accused them of being members of Eastern Security Network or informant of IPOB or member of IPOB. They arrested them because they said they are members of proscribed IPOB. There is no legal backing for the proscription of IPOB. But in their book, IPOB is a terrorist organization. And there is no terrorist organization that has their membership, their members in in more than 150 countries all over the world, that hold their meetings every now and then, that stage their public rally protest every now and then, that goes into parliament all over the world to present their petition against Nigeria and the persecution of Igbos in Nigeria. No terror organization will do that. So those who they took all over Nigeria, they put them up on trumped-up charges. They are members of IPOB. They locked them up in different prisons. They denied them legal representation. And then, guess what? Whenever this IPOB legal team, whenever they found that some members or people have been arrested as IPOB members here, accused of this crime or or that crime there, no evidence, no nothing against them, but because they are being profiled, they are being killed systemically, they are being made to disappear. But whenever the legal team found them, trust me, these people always found freedom. We have many. Do you remember Gloria Okolie? Gloria Okolie is this young 21-year-old woman, a young girl, right? Who was sent on an errand by her parents. And then on her way, she was grabbed, kidnapped by the Daura Secret Service, DSS. And, in fact, it wasn't even the DSS that grabbed her. This is the story. She was sent on an errand. And it was the moment they said, ABBA, hushtailor, Kyari, and his gang, they were going to the eastern Nigeria to hunt down for the ESN, members of ESN, IPOB, anybody they can find, because they want to end unknown gunmen. So in their when they got to eastern Nigeria, Gloria Okolie was sent on an errand by her parents. She never returned home. How about Kyari and gang? They grabbed her. When they grabbed her in Imo State, then when they grabbed her, they took her straight to Owerri. There is a place where ABBA Kyari had his own prison or cell where he keep the people he arrests or anyone he is arrested. Gloria Okolie became the servant for the inmates where ABBA or hushtailor Kyari was keeping Nigerians, was keeping Biafrans precisely, was keeping Biafrans, Igbo people, that Igbo young men and women that they picked up on the street, accused of being members of ESN, where ABBA Kyari locked them up, including those of you they arrested for probably, SARS and the rest. Where they were locked up, where they are, Gloria Okolie became their maid from 2021. Her parents had no clue where she was, whether alive or dead. Just like the people that they made her to care for almost a year. Do you know what they are? After about 4 months, serving as maid to the illegally detained Biafrans in that part of eastern Nigeria. Those who survived, they said every day people get killed there. What Gloria was doing was to cook food. You know what I mean? Provide a meal for the inmates. Wash their clothes, wash the clothes of the SAS officials, ABBA Kyari's lieutenants. And she was serving there. They didn't tell her why they were holding her. Her parents didn't know where she was, alive or dead. Nobody knew. Until one of those inmates regained his freedom. And then he came out and he saw it on Twitter that this girl is missing, Gloria Okolie. This girl is not missing, no. She is the girl serving us food. She is the maid in this barrack they were holding us, where ABBA Kyari and gang took us. She's not dead, though. She's not missing, no. That was how our parents got to know where she was. That was when the journey started. Do you know when they want to finally agree that they took her? It was Malamu, the Attorney General of Nigeria. Malamu released a statement, and in that statement, Gloria Okolie was presented as a IPOB informant. How did she become an informant? Because Gloria Okolie is a girlfriend to an IPOB member. So when they saw her on the road, they grabbed her, and her parents had no clue. That was when the journey of how do you get Gloria Okolie out. She's been set up on trumped up charges. She was accused to be collecting guns for IPOB. She was the one moving guns. She's the one who is getting information. She's the one giving information about where policemen are, where DSS are, this and that. Malamu released a statement against a 21-year-old Biafran because she's an Igbo. But I bet many of you don't even remember this story. There are too many horrible stories to tell you. Yeah, that happened to that young girl. God knows what trauma she went through. Now that started like, okay, was she a member of IPOB? No, she's not, but she's a girlfriend to a member. Who is that boyfriend? They didn't name the boyfriend. Gloria got released just about, I think it was this month. And I want to show Gloria to you because I saw that and I thought I should share that with you, okay? So Gloria with her family back home now, she's no longer IPOB informant because there's no evidence against her. And then, you know, like I said, those who came under their persecution, apart from the fact that the same rogue government that is criminalizing them, setting them up on different trumped-up charges, killing majority of them, making them disappear, horrible crimes are being committed. They set up a 21-year-old girl, Gloria.
Even my name, Ebe Graham, it's the XXX. It wasn't easy at all. It was not easy. Yes. I really appreciate God for using all of you to save me from dying. June last year on the 17th, international market from machine to go in a motor. From there, I Brian go away. And I ban a Tiger Base, anti-kidnapping squad. So from there, I'm not even the first day. One them more can have there. I was right in front of them.
Sorry, I'm having an issue with that video somehow, and I think let me see this second one. Maybe that one will play better. Let's listen to this.
Even my name, Ebe Graham, it's the XXX, meaning that no visit. And the person, they are going to kill the person. So, from there, how many times, you know, they don't have but so after then, that was August 2nd. Had a transformed to state CID. From state CID on the 4th of that same August, I transformed to Abuja. On our way going to Abuja, Hannah see the reason why. The reason why Abuja is so that Abuja from court, then I can.
I'm sorry. I wish I could bring you the lengthy clip. I'm having an issue with the she was telling a story. You know how they got her. She was meant to be writing a JAMB. I think she was meant to be writing JAMB last year, and then she never had that chance. There's no evidence or anything against her, but they subjected her to that. Now you see, that's one person. In one fell swoop, the IPOB legal team, they got they got 107 Biafrans who were abducted from their different homes in Obigbo, in River State, in Olu, Osu, and they took them to Suleja in Niger State. Far away. Their family members, nobody knew where they were. 107. And there are many others currently that they've discovered elsewhere, and they are currently in court. You know, like I said, there's no terrorist organization that will have a legal team that will come public, and then they will have members that come public and all of that. But in the book of Nigeria, IPOB is more dangerous. And that's what they do. They put it out in the media. They put those things there. They don't want you to believe them. They just want you to think them. They want to plant them there. They are called doubts. So that when they commit a crime, they can say, well, maybe it's because of that. Even if you have no evidence. Now, one person, that's one person. Imagine if all the thousands of people, you see, in this last 7 years alone, Nigerian government under Boko Haram and Nigerian military and the Nigeria police, they have killed more than 5,000 Biafrans. They've made majority of them disappear in different operations. Operation Python Dance 1, Python Dance 2, Python Dance 3. And they continue to, they are doing Operation Golden Dawn, hunting down human beings. And example of what it feels like, the whole thing, is Gloria Okolie. I just told you a story and you just saw her face there. Just imagine thousands of other people who are currently going through the same thing as we speak. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the IPOB himself. So if you don't understand why, you should realize that this whole thing is schemed against you as an Igbo man, I bet you should start paying attention, because you see, in the context of Nigeria, you are an IPOB member, even if you don't like Nnamdi Kanu, even if you don't agree with him, even if you're one Nigerian, you are an IPOB member, and in their book, you are not a Nigerian. No, you are not. The terrorists who bombed Abuja, see, this guy said they knew them. Watch this, oh. They know them, they have their contact, they know when they talk, and the rest of that, But the non-existing threats of a bomb with IPOB name is what DSS is working on. Listen to this, oh.
If we have the Air Force bombing the camps, we know where the camps are. We have the maps. We know everything. We have their phone numbers. We listen to their conversations sometimes. So, but it has to be done across the 5 states and Niger state at the same time, and just wipe them out once and for all. Of course, that has risks, because some of the camps may also contain innocent people that have been kidnapped. But this is war. But I'm happy that, you know, by the ruling of the Federal High Court, they have now been declared terrorists, so they are fair game. Because the military were afraid of bombing them and then facing ICC.
You see? That's what I wanted you to hear. Help me beg Channels Television, say, we just borrowed that clip, okay? We mean no insult or no disrespect. They know them. They listen to their phone calls. They know where they are. They know those camps. But they can't bomb them, because there could be women, children, and people, innocent people they kidnapped. But that is not the story in Olu and also in Imo State. Nigeria Air Force, they were bombing people in their homes. You have seen some of the video, haven't you? Some of them are so horrible, you can't share them. These are not camps, so they are not forests, so we are talking about villages where they have innocent Igbo men and women, old men and women. Villages in Imo State. Nigeria military or Nigeria Air Force bombing people, firing bomb. They are not scared of ICC, because what? They are looking for ESN inside people's homes. But when it comes to the terrorists who have the capacity to derail a train, kidnap passengers inside train, who have the capacity to take over airports, who have the capacity to shoot down the fighter jets. No, we are scared of ICC. We need to be very careful, because we cannot just go and bomb, the terrorists. But they know them. They listen to them. They fund them. They protect them. And they also advocate for them. They need schools. They need houses. They need all of everything. They need lands. If you want them to stop killing you, give them lands. Do you get the scope? You saw the video where soldiers, like say they were at war zone, they are shooting, they are firing into homes in Imo State, in Enugu. They were firing into homes, soldiers. They are looking for ESN. Kill them, kill all of them, kill them, kill them. They are looking for ESN. That's not a campo. Because they are not going after ESN. They just need to spread the fear, and they need to make you be so scared of the idea of Biafra, IPOB, Eastern Security Network, all these names. They need to soil them. They need to. You need to be afraid of them instead of embracing them. That's why I said, please, please. I know some of you may like it. If you see anybody that is publicly claiming responsibility or supporting any of this violence, you need to question them, because majority of them is either they are those behind it in the name of IPOB, like doing it, you know what I mean, or they are just plain stupid, who just love the attention, just to say, yeah, unknown gunmen. I have this, my brother, that is always sharing. I'll just keep his name, but he's probably watching me right now. I have this, my brother, that is always using his page to share an update from this faceless page on Facebook. And this faceless page on Facebook posts nothing other than, this morning, unknown gunmen, they did their crusade, their evangelism, and they send three policemen to God, or they send this to heaven. They send this and that, and this my brother is sharing it, and I'm like, I don't know the message you are giving to those who are actually seeing you as a Yoruba man. Are you an anarchist, a sociopath, or who are you? A psychopath? Violence that you are not initiating, do not support it publicly. If not, you are only helping to validate what these guys are working on, implicating you, because it's so easy for them to say it and do. They know them. They could shoot down and then bomb villages in eastern Nigeria. And if they get away with it as they believe they will get away with it, they will try it in western Nigeria, the Yoruba land. They have already been using their soldiers to beat our people up. They said, why do you resist? And I love the way the people are doing that. They just feel like, you know what? This Yoruba nation and all of that, we don't even want to give names to all these guys. We're just going to improvise. And I love that. You know, when they say they improvise, they don't have name now. But Yoruba land is getting the protection that our little collective agreement could provide for now. And it's going to probably get better. But when they don't have name, and they are not also going about with cameras anymore, okay? Nobody's going with cameras anymore when they chase the Fulani terrorists. People are now being discreet about it. And you know, one thing is that, yes, that is also effective on the side. And we invest money into that, trust me. Don't validate anything that this guy does, because it is purely act of coward to say, oh yeah, we need to show them. We need to fight them. You can't fight them. I don't know if you have told yourselves this truth. The most you can do is this. It's called guerrilla warfare. And you know what guerrilla warfare is, right? It's going to be happening right there in your domain. Any smart Biafran will never, ever, right? Not publicly, by the way. You will never publicly promote violence against any of these rogue governments in Nigeria. You won't, if you are smart enough. The reason is because you don't have the capacity to fight them. Of course, you burn police stations. You will see, you probably attack, what do you call it? Police roadblocks. You can, you can bomb buildings. You can do all of that. You can target politicians and the rest of that, right? But at the same time, it is not going to make you walk freely on the street of the same Biafra land. You will be a fugitive, a rebel, on the run, and probably for the rest of your life. You know what I mean? So eventually, you don't want that. So until you are ready, okay? Don't call for war when you are not ready. Not when we can only just have, when you are facing 2 wars. Let's put it this way. If you're smart, yeah, for smart people, you will know that, you are fighting Nigeria and you are fighting Fulani terrorists in this regard, yeah? You should never play into their hands in a way that they will still blame you for anarchy, for arsonist and the rest of that. When you agree with them, you validate it. I don't know how you would take that. But I bet, you don't want to play into their hands. Well, like they said, they know them, right? And I love the fact that those who are keeping the record are keeping that so well. I'm one of them. And we know those behind those who said they are afraid of ICC because they don't want to bomb terrorists, but they are not afraid of ICC committing genocide and then ethnic cleansing in eastern Nigeria as we speak. You get what I mean now? Well, it's going to get to the table, it's going to turn at some point. So that's why I said that the resources that all of us have, the Biafrans, the Yorubas, our most viable, valuable resource is us, the people. And then it's actually brewing, it's getting there. When the enough is enough, will indeed there be enough. You get what I mean now? Yeah, it's getting there. So if you begin to pay attention to us, the people, if you begin to pay attention to the value that we hold, especially when we are together in unison, identifying the target, which is the enemy, the system, right? Then every other thing is going to be added. Trust me. So we need ourselves, and we need to keep it that way. When they put the name of IPOB in your mouth, as those associated with any violence, just spit it out and tell them to go to hell. They can't plant that in your head anymore, because that's how it works. They put them in there. They don't want you to believe. They don't care if you believe it or not. Like I told you, they just want to plant it there. It's just going to be there. And the way Nigeria has been messed up right now, these things, they grow, they germinate. And everywhere you turn to right now is all bad news. And what you are not paying attention to is that in this flood of bad news, terrible news from Nigeria, there are those who are working day and night to blame everything on Igbo. Even you as an Igbo man, as an Igbo woman, you may be agreeing with them without knowing, subconsciously. And that's why I'm saying it to you right now. Don't let them plant it in your head. This is how they do it. They decided to change terrorist name description to bandits. And today, if I use terrorists in any of my headlines, YouTube is going to tell me to edit it or take it down. Do you understand that now? Because they've decided to use their, to water it down. When they say bandits. So you will never think, oh, we're bandits. Well, they are bandits. They are not bandits. They are terrorists. And it is deliberate. Do you get that? So it's the same system that planted bandits in your head. It's the same system. Because it's the system that wanted to play down so that you don't see the danger of this terror. It's the same system that is systematically planting IPOB here, IPOB there, even when they don't make any sense. Even in this moment of tragedy, they are still trying to create a distraction using IPOB. So that's the point. Do not ever entertain it. We need ourselves. We need one another. And when I say we need one another, we cannot give room for things like this because they are all well crafted. It is a witchcraft arrangement that is not serving any other purpose other than a further division of that same Nigeria. And at the same time, to ensure that the breakup of Nigeria becomes more difficult. Because if you can't trust the Igbos, if the Igbos can't trust their own brothers and sisters from the Middle Belt, if the people from the Middle Belt who are suffering from this calamity, if they can't trust the people from any other region that they will need to team up with to agree that enough, let's break it up. If you can't trust yourselves, how do you want to pull it off? You can't pull it off. You can't break away from this contraption alone. No region can break away from Nigeria alone. Trust me. And that is why the only way to keep Nigeria together is to continue to plant this division there. Now, they've broken Nigeria already, Abi. Don't let them break you. Because the reason why they've broken Nigeria up to this point is because of the natural resources, money, and the rest of that. What they shouldn't succeed is for you to let them break us, the people, the most valuable resources that we have. If an Igbo man can listen to a Yoruba man attentively, and if a Yoruba man can listen to an Igbo woman religiously, and we cannot listen to ourselves faithfully, sincerely, attentively, there is 100% possibility that you can shift the paradigm. And that is not something the guns and the bullets can do for you. No. That's why we need ourselves. And I mean it. Keep ourselves together. We can disagree and continue to disagree because we are humans. We are not stupid people. Ideas can be, can be agreed upon or disagreed upon as human beings. You will always agree, or let me say you disagree sometimes to agree later, or you agree to disagree. And what really matters is that the mutual goal, the mutual respect, the mutuality of our common goal, freedom. We can't let them break that. No matter how much they've done over them for decades, you all need to begin to understand how they did that. How it's become so tensed, uneasy for a Yoruba man to trust an Igbo man or the vice versa. And so many other things that they've managed to plant, and they're planting to our brains and our ears over the, for decades. If we don't begin to unlearn what we have learned, then we are bound to repeat the same mistakes of those before us. If we indeed want to claim to be learned, educated, our life experiences are enough to teach us and keep us in check. He who fail to learn from history is bound to repeat the same mistakes again. I appeal to you, my brethren. I appeal to your subconscious mind. Pay attention to how this system always plans the manipulation, the hatred, the open disagreement and all that. Vicious one that is becoming unhealthy. They didn't start today. As you remember your history so vividly, don't remember the parts that will block your reasoning. Learn from the parts. There could have been a change in history, and then you be that change. Of course, just like they say that those who got Israel, the God of Israel never sleep nor slumber. For those who believe in freedom, liberty, you shall sleep, you shall not sleep. You shall not sleep nor slumber. You shall neither sleep nor slumber. So that Nigeria, that always comes in the middle of the night like a thief, won't steal this freedom from you. If you can dream it, if you can think it, you can make it happen. That is my own motto for so long. And I'm saying it to you right now, brethren. Pour yourself the anointing of love. I am asking you to hold that part of your heart where you always keep what is valuable, things that mean so much to you. You see this idea that people can live free and have choice, even when they have been told to have been perpetually condemned into a contraption that they've been told they have no choice. But when you touch that lovely part and that safest and the sacred part of that your heart, where you know the power in number, the people of like minds, if they can hope for freedom, the liberty to live in a space where their own story is changed forever, not by some kind of unseen miracle anywhere, but by the collective determination, resolution, courage, and then the fearlessness of theirs, of yours, of mine, living in a space where you can hold your head high and live free. You need your brothers. You need your sisters who share the same stories like you. They were forced into this contraption. They are progenitors, my progenitors. They are forebearers, your forebearers, my forebearers. Those you can easily call our own ancestors who were living peacefully on their land, free, only for them to be forced into this arrangement without their own consent. They used to live free. So we can live free. If you can think it, you can do it. Hope is a very, very powerful word. Liberty, freedom. They are not just something of wish. You have to act it. And let me tell you something. Freedom earned, for whatever it takes, I've been told, is sweeter than the freedom granted out of mercy. They forced us to be part of Nigeria. They gave us no choice because they think they were giving us mercy. To break out, you need everyone who share your story. And when you look around, you are going to see an Igbo man, an Igbo woman, Ijo man, Hausa man, Yoruba woman, Igala, Ishekiri, from all over the place. We were all conscripted into this contraption. Remember that. To break out of it, we are going to need ourselves. I don't know how you're going to see it. If you have that relationship already built, news like this, propaganda like this, baseless accusations like this, publications to distract you and the rest, like I told you, they are not meant to make you believe. They are only there to be planted in your subconscious mind. You mustn't trust that Igbo man. You must never trust that Yoruba man. No, you can't do anything with that Ijo man. Remember those Hausa and the Fulani man and all of them. You must run onto the hills when you see an Hausa man, when you see Ishekiri, like all of that. No. You are going to say no from now on. When they plant their stories, when they begin to play their tribal ethnic card, you are going to say no in your own subconscious mind. You're going to see it. You're going to see it. You're going to smell it. You are never going to feed on it. And when they try to tell you why, tell them, it took us 60 years to see that. It's not going to take us another 60 years to unlearn this. We will start unlearning it now. Because I need my brother. You need your brother. We all need ourselves. If we realize the damages that this system has done or is doing, and the only way it's going to last long is because we are divided, I'm going to open my line. But let me make more tea.
Oh, you do IPOB. Oh, Mary, Mama Bawora, Ulapuri Mary Nandi win the war. Python that's one, Python that's two, now Python that's a three. Ulapuri Mary Nandi win the war. Python that's one, Python that's two, now Python that's a three. Ulapuri Mary Nandi go on you do IPOB. O Mary Wonendizu Gloria Abakare Mamanda Mora Unapuri Mary Nandi win the war. Python that's one, Python that's two, now Python that's a three. Unapuri Mary Nandi win the war. Python that's one, Python that's two, now Python that's a three. Unapuri Mary Nandi win the war. Python that's one, Python that's two, now Python that's a three. Unapuri Mary Nandi win the war. Python that's one, Python that's two, now Python that's a three. Unapuri Mary Nandi win the war. Python that's one, Python that's two, now Python that's a three. Unapuri Mary Nandi.
Thank you very much. I think I have my first caller on the line. Hello there.
This is Osita.
Osita.
Yeah.
How are you tonight?
I'm great, and I thank God for life, and I thank God for mercy, everything.
Thank God.
Anyway.
So you're alive. Everybody can hear you. Go on.
Good to hear your voice. I've been off this line a while because
I know
I'm having issue with my other line. So
right.
And I'm yet to listen. So that's the reason. Anyway.
It's good to have you back anyway. Yeah, please. Go on.
Though I watch and I've been on the background for a while. And there's something I really want to talk about.
Please go on.
I do not know at some certain time in life if we have learned. You cannot learn from success. You can only learn from failure. People don't understand the reason. Sometimes you have to fail, or you have to see people fail so that you can learn. It's easy for you to recognize the reason you failed and the reason you succeeded in doing some certain things in life. It's easy. So, and I watch this program, this God-given program, where everybody can share their views, where everybody can think.
That's right.
Where everybody can reflect on the issues of life. And some people will come back here and say to you, oh, don't worry. Why am I worried? Even Tinubu will come back and join us. Who told you Tinubu is going to join you? Power.
Well, it's kind of rhetorical, if you ask me, Osita. Those who always say that, they are not meaning practically that it's coming to join. What they are saying is that, by the time all they are looking for out there is gone, they will end up having to support a Yoruba nation, even if they don't have to do it publicly.
They are not only they are not coming to join. The only thing there is that their feathers has been clipped. And that is something all of them in the South, that is something that all of them is afraid of. In a situation that will arise, and they will become vegetable, they will become less effective in the society. Relevance. People will not listen to them anymore. they become irrelevant. So that is the process they are afraid of. That is the reason they are on bed with this Janjaweed. They are on bed with these people because of what tomorrow will bring to them. So let nobody think these people will come and say, oh, they want to support you, they want to do this thing. If we keep doing that, we'll be rigmaroling in a circle.
We'll just be going in a circle.
Yeah, we'll be rigmaroling in a circle because they are still giving birth to people like them tomorrow. They are still giving birth to people like them. So when you think about bringing them into the fold where they will now have to speak for you, let me tell you something that will happen. They will give birth to thousands of like them, and tomorrow there will be problems to the vision of tomorrow.
That's right.
So let the people who have this goal, this mindset, look at the children of Israel. When they were living, none of them that left Egypt got to the promised land. You think God doesn't know what he did? Because those ones operated on unbelief. Even when he spoke to them through Moses, they still never believed him. So he did not take those ones into Israel. So if we think we want to get into that promised land where God has designed for us, see, let us look away from these people.
Completely.
They have never supported, and we are here. Here we are today. And you think when they support any difference, please,
Sita.
It's an advice.
Of course, it's in the open, like always. Thank you so much. Let me take another call again. Okay, it's good to hear from you. That's a sitter there. The line now is, it's almost acting up again right there. So, but hello there.
Hello, Maegun.
Hello, sir. How are you?
It's Igbo Junior calling from London.
Igbo Junior. Go ahead, Baba. How are you tonight?
I'm doing good, Baba. I'm doing great.
Nice one.
I don't know what to say. What I want to say is just you have to choose now. It has got to that stage. Choose APC or PDP. Bemi Kukuru. Choose Yoruba Nation. Bemi Gugu.
So the choice is yours now.
So choose between that. Thank you, Baba. Good night.
Good night, nice one, Baba. A lot of people are just like, I just want to drop this. You have your choice.
Hello, Maegun Baba.
Hello, sir. How are you?
Very fine, sir. Thank you.
Good to hear from you again tonight. I love the show
yesterday, and I'm very, Niyi from France.
Hey, yo.
In fact, Orolua Etisua, Adina, Orolua Etisua. Concerning the person that just spoke, talking about Tinubu joining or not, I believe Odua Nation or Yoruba Nation, as we call it, is an ideology.
Yeah.
They might not want to come out publicly to announce or renounce whatever, but they will buy the ideology, and most of them will kill into it because, for instance, Tinubu had to call up his birthday party. So it's very terrible because development in one part is being hindered by underdevelopment in another part, whereby there is uneven development. And it's affecting us. You said something that I would like to emphasize. You said, if you can dream it, you can think it, you can make it happen.
Yes, you can.
So it starts from an idea, because thinking about a concept is ideology. So, and that is what you are doing. You are selling the ideology. I will continue to ask people to go and watch Super Cell. That movie will tell you what Maegun is doing. Maegun is giving us doctrine, indoctrinating us to a new way of life. I've been sharing your show, and I believe that many people will come on board, and by the time they do so, they will buy into this idea, because this 2023 election must not come to pass. In fact, it's not only Yoruba Nation, even Biafra. I believe that they are doing better than Yoruba Nation because they started early. But it's never late for us to start and key into this ideology.
Somehow, they are already, it's going to be easier once we have more people on board, like you said, too. Because, somebody sent me this, even though It's from the people of Oshun. If you are still watching your screen, Nayo, check this out before you go.
Yes, I did watch.
Hello there. Hello. Oh, hang on. Hello there. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now, my good general.
Oh, that's Prince Gateman.
Yes, sir, my good general. I call you the GO Pastor General.
I get too many titles, Prince. You know that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How are you?
My good. Tonight I hail you once more. You are on fire, and I thank God for the inspiration. You know. Tonight I want us to look at the angle that we've not looked at before.
Okay.
You know, Mayego, for 2 years now, Nigerian international passport has been cut. Are you aware of that?
Well, I've been hearing a lot about that, including it's affected our brothers and sisters in Dubai, in UAE, a lot of them. I mean, but I also heard that it's now being resolved and, you know, people are getting it now.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know when that
Go on, Prince. Sorry.
Yeah. You know when that passport was scarce for almost 2 years. You know, that was when they had what is called open border, visa on arrival. Are you aware of you can remember?
They started the Agno.
So when they just declared that visa on arrival, they automatically the passport became scarce. They mop up all the passports all over Nigeria for the terrorists that are coming in. I get my point.
I'm with you.
And all these people today, they are the ones. There's nothing like a repentant Boko Haram or bandit. All these people here that they are recruiting into army and police are calling Operation Safe Corridor. Are all these people they brought in? You understand? All these people they brought in are the people that
have to have any ID or anything. You know, give them gun to go and commit all those crimes. They can disappear. Even if they get killed, they could no get ID.
Exactly. Exactly. You know, systematically, they are injecting them into the system.
That's right.
You get the point. That is what is happening. So that is the angle I want us to touch tonight, to know that these people, they are not slowing down on what they are doing. They have set a pipeline to Maradi. Railway, the best railway gauge is to Maradi. So Nigeria, that is their plan B. When Nigeria blow up, then they will now shift over to Maradi. That is Mali, where they are coming from.
Where they come from.
You get the point. So let our people, our defense is very, very important. Anywhere you are, in any community, you know, this time around, this guy they killed, Malawi of former governor, CBN governor. You know, he has warned us. He has given us the revelation of what is going to happen.
Obadia, Professor Mailafia Obadia.
Exactly. He has told us in advance for us to be aware and be alert of what is coming. You know? So my good is the hint I want to touch tonight so that our people will be on alert. Thank you very much. Keep up the good work.
Nice one,
We appreciate you so much.
Thank you very much.
God bless you.
You stay safe. Yeah. So I'll go to another caller. Let's see. Hello there.
Hello.
How are you?
My good general, one name the number one.
One name.
This is the very first time I'm getting across on this temple. The very first time. I haven't been a family member for years now.
I know, and I'm glad you made it tonight because it's like it's one of the steaming lines. I mean,
Yeah.
How are you?
Yeah. Fine. I appreciate you, my brother. I just want to give you 3 Boza. You've been awesome, honestly. And this family is so strong, and this is Temple of Truth indeed. We're happy for Sunday Boho, and by the grace of Chuko Kikabiama, we are going to celebrate our leader, Mazin Namdekano, by the grace of God.
Yes, amen to that. Thank you.
Yeah,
because I'm waiting for that. They said that the court appearance is on the I think it's on the 8th of April.
On the 8th of April.
Yeah.
So
and let me tell you something. You know why I'm so positive about that is that they are not asking for Nnamdi Kanu's bail. His lawyers are asking that he should be discharged and acquitted of all charges, so that nobody should touch him again.
Exactly.
And that makes me hopeful.
Exactly. You've really been one of us, honestly. And then that is why I am the first one. I'm the first one that gave you that one day the number one.
Yes. God bless you,
a brother from another mother.
That is right.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
This is Raphael Chamaka Jere on the line. Greetings to everyone in the family.
You have a good
All right. All right. Good night. Good night.
So that's one powerful one named there who gave me one name. Hey, my man is here. How are you, Baba?
Yeah, I greet you, Mayegu. Geki.
Yeah, de Sonu.
Lafia kalau kwana biu.
Lafia mata.
Mata tana nan lafiya kalau.
Mata kana lafiya.
Good one. Yeah. Akiola yana lafiya.
Akiola, everybody lafiya lao. Yawa. Mandala. How are you, Ahmed?
I'm doing okay,
You have been following the news, and I'm glad that you called in tonight. Things escalated. I mean, if I should start talking about those killed, right, it's pretty much more than what the numbers we have on the train. We've heard about 25 people killed in Niger, 18 people killed in Jos, another 40 people killed in southern Kaduna, and it's just, the number is endless. But IPOB is to be blamed, according to these guys.
Let me tell you something.
Tell me. I suspected that last time you called and you are at the airport. I'm like, okay, wait. Go on, Ahmed.
Yeah. You know what happened?
Tell me.
You know what happened? Mm-hmm. I was in Kaduna to go see my mother because there is something I used to say if I go live on my Facebook too, because I always talk in Hausa. And the same thing I used to tell people, I say, they should forget that I live abroad or whatever, but I have family. I cannot. My mother is still there. My father is still there.
Yes.
I have siblings over there, and I cannot say I will never go and see them. It can never happen. If I have a
most reason why majority of us are doing what we are doing. If we are supposed to be so selfish, we can not look back, but we have families, man.
Yes, of course. If it was to be a family or whatever, I can say, okay, we'll support you with money. But my mother is still alive. My father is still alive. And I cannot look away. I have the means to go see them. I will not go see them. No. It cannot work. I left on Sunday to catch a plane that is coming to the United States. On Sunday. Do you know that on Saturday, when that thing happened, when the airport was invaded by these terrorists, when I saw the news, I was mad because I was like, alone, shall I walk by? Why? Because when I first landed in Lagos,
so you are at that airport on that Sunday?
Yes.
You passed through that airport on Sunday?
Let me tell you what happened,
Tell me, please. I'm interested.
When I first landed in Lagos, I booked a ticket, me and my family, Omometa, from Lagos to Abuja. And this is the airplane I booked was Asman.
That's the airplane.
These people canceled. Yes, they canceled their flight from Lagos to Abuja. I was supposed to spend 3 days in Lagos, then move to Abuja, spend few days, then go to Kaduna by that same train. But they canceled the flight. I now rerouted my flight from Lagos to Kaduna. Do you know that when I rerouted my flight, I went to Kaduna. I was coming out from Kaduna because normally that I used to go around there and I see a lot of things. But this time around, if the place was dry, no security, nothing. That was how my brother and sister came. They picked me up with the family and everything, and we drove that road. I was just looking around. God. That kind of thing. You understand? I went there. We passed through that route. So I was checking my flight to my return ticket was still through Abuja to Lagos. I didn't change it, hoping there will still be availability of a flight that is going from Abuja to Lagos. That means I will just take a train.
You will take the train to Abuja.
Then I'll catch a flight and go to Lagos. I don't have to go through that route. Because if you go through that route, that airport route, from there when you are coming, there is a roundabout and it leads to Beningwari, that same place where the terrorists are taking over. You understand? So from when it was like 2-3 days, on Saturday when that happened, when the terrorists invaded, after I've spent all my days, everything, I'm preparing to go back. That Saturday when that thing happened, when the terrorists attacked that, I was now sitting like, I had to now call because my sister, I have a sister, my immediate sister, Okonwo is the con. I had to call him and say, can you go over me set of security dog baby? That's what law. Imagine that what law airport.
So like they have to give you security convoy to the airport.
Course. Yes, of course. But our airport, Nibi Gate, they didn't text us and tell us that they have cancelled their flight. No, flight money, but no message, nothing. And that night I was supposed to catch a flight by 11. In Kobia run the airport, I catch flight to Loseku from Eko. Ale Sunday, I'll be going. From there, I just drove because only road can to Balosi train station.
So you boarded that train too, to Abuja?
Yes. So that I can go to Abuja
family,
from
everyone.
Abuja. Yes, from
On
Abuja,
Sunday.
I can just take it and look for any flight that is going to Lagos on that Sunday, so I don't miss my flight. Last, I missed that flight. So I now have to again change the flight.
Well, you got to Abuja safely, didn't you?
I didn't go to Abuja that day. It was on Monday. I missed the flight that was coming to the US that Sunday. I had to call and just reschedule everything. It was that same Kaduna. I now rerouted my ticket back again from Abuja to Kaduna when I found out that they have a plane going from Abuja to Lagos. That was how I rerouted it back from Abuja to Lagos again. Bimoshe Day Airport, lodge on Monday. Mobile Airport, Mode stand on. Kawa boarding ticket, everything, boarding pass, everything. What if there's no plane going? And I caused problem for that airport.
Just tell me what happened because now I'm interested. How you escaped them? See, Ahmed, I'm interested in how you escaped them, right? Between that Monday and where were you when you heard the news?
And that Monday, imagine Mayegun, on Sunday was when I left for Abuja, and on Monday was when that thing happened.
Where were you when that happened?
I was in Abuja when that thing happened. I was in Abuja.
So that means you traveled through that train that morning.
I traveled through that train, Mayegun. Ọlọ́run ló yọ mí, orí ìyá mi yọ mí. Mayegun, you see? So even if you are living abroad one day,
you can actually not be waiting to talk with that all the time. You can be living abroad, safe, fine, but just one trip, if it change everything forever, and you'll be like, God, why? I'm happy.
Hey, Mayegun, I was sitting, I was like, it just be like, narrow escape, lele you. This one happened.
That's what they be now. That's what they happen. They will just say, mo miss flight to me, mo miss flight to me, mo dey route mo ṣe báyìí mo ṣe gele. It don't happen.
Ẹ̀rí gbogbo nǹkan tí mo máa ń sọ, ẹ̀rí pé ẹ̀yin lè sọ pé àwa àti escape, a lè escape ẹ̀. Ṣé bóun ni mo ní tí wọ́n á wò yín yìí tí gbogbo ẹ̀fẹ́ dojúrò Ọlọ́run ló ní
little Dinosari, you know, that's how it happens. See, Chinelo was going to leave Nigeria. Ahmed, Chinelo was going to leave Nigeria on Friday. She's already resigned her job as a doctor. She's already got another placement in the UK, right? Everything already sorted. Baba, one last train trip. Maybe she's also probably traveling to go and catch a flight to Lagos, then Lagos to wherever she's going. She never made it there.
Mayegun, I caused trouble completely for that airport for Abuja. It's because of the plane. He said that I collect my money today, or you look for a plane that will fly me. As man, Moshe will respond. As the manager, my wife, I gave my wife the phone. She was video recording everything that was happening. And this guy is an outside guy. He jumped over the phone. Tí mo gbé ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ mo fẹ́ kó ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ bó bá àwọn èèyàn dọ́wọ́ mi. Mo lórí ẹ̀
fẹ́ Will Smith ẹ̀.
Mo ní àbáyé ń tẹ̀lé ẹ̀ ní ayé ẹ̀ fẹ́ bàjẹ́ ni mo tú sáúsá fún mo ní kánà òká ní màtánà kẹ́ are you mad? Tí gbogbo wọn rí wèrè wọ́n á bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí bẹ́ẹ̀ mi. They pampered me to mass air ló gbé mi dé kò no be as man. Wọ́n pamper mi títí tó fi fún mi níbọ̀dí wọ́n rí pé wèrè eléyìí ó dà pé we baba we relay you mo túlẹ̀ pátápátá mo ní lẹ́ni kò sí anybody you must look for a plane that is going to Lagos and I must go to Lagos because
that frustration.
I was cursing out that country in front of. I was waiting for the person that will come and tell me why are you cursing Nigeria? Mo bú Nigeria mo ní kò ní dá fún gbogbo yín. I was mad in that airport.
I want to leave. Let me go. Let me leave this place. I don't, calm down now. Now your country now your town. Why are you scared?
Torí mo sọ Yorùbá, mo sọ Hausa, mo sọ Fọnẹ, kò sí èdè gbogbo ẹ̀ ni mo sọ wá wò pé àwèrè ìbólélé dáwà báyìí. Where this one come from like this? That one fear them. That one alone fear them. Say, mo just leave this one. About 15 people were supposed to fly with me. They were saying, Oga, after we boarded the plane, people were saying, Oga, now you will go thank you. You type for us. Money ẹ̀yin lẹ jókòó tẹ́ ń bá wọn ṣe kí ló kàn mí èmi ẹ sọ pé mi ò ní fly wọ̀ bí àyín dá. Mayegun na narrow escape.
Thank you so much, Ahmed, for sharing that with us tonight, honestly. But let me take another one again. I'm glad you are back to Bezo. Congratulations.
We are back.
I remember when I went for my mom's burial, and I, after the whole stress, the whole mess, everything. Sorry, my caller. 1 second. After the whole stress, everything. It got to a point. You remember that was the time I did the Green Party and all of that stuff, where we thought we could let people come together, get into, take a political post. If they believe that the politicians are stealing or, taking advantage of them, they should go and be the politicians and control their own affair, right? But when I got to Nigeria, it was like, it be like open charity. Everybody get conditioned because you started a party. So when I got to when it was time for me to go back, finally, when they checked me in, and I was in that plane, and I was waiting there. You see that moment, that plane started, taxiing. There is this relief that says, oh, finally, thank God, I'm leaving this. This is a different feeling. So Ahmed, I possibly feel what you feel. Hello there.
I swear, Mayegun, guys, not God, but we did.
It is well. Thank you so much, Ahmed.
Well.
So I'm going to take another one now. And 1 moment. Yeah, I think I'm going to take another one and then we'll continue from there. Hello there.
All hell Biafra, all hell Odudua.
All hail Biafra, all hail Odudua. My brother, how are you tonight?
I'm good. I'm good. Very good. Oh man. Sometimes listening to this just brings so much tears to me. You know, I'm just so compelled to have to call in.
Bless
These people are desperate.
Yeah.
You know, for over 60 years or so, they've been running with the same narrative over and over, manipulating everybody. Now that everyone has been woken up and through the power of the microphone.
That's right.
So now they're doing anything to now put blame on anybody. IPOB.
Planting doubt here and there. And then, also put, sand inside the gari of what we have done, educating ourselves. You are right.
Yeah, but the good thing about it is that we have the internet, and the internet has never failed us or lied.
No.
So with the records people can now refer back to it and look at this like, wait a minute, no, this can't be. The real culprits all behind these things are the people that are so-called in power.
That's right.
You know, creating all these things. They created a monster that they can no longer put back in the bottle or in wherever it is. So, we're going to consume all of them. You know, man, the guy, I haven't heard from I forgot the guy, the caller that just called and spoke out of length. It's been a while. I'm happy that, it's been a while. But this is a good example to show everyone that even though our selfish people that's out in America and UK everywhere, you think that you cannot be touched. One day, if you're not touched, your family member will be taking that fateful trip and will be touched. So better learn now to see where the danger is and start fighting this problem right now, or else it's going to consume you, it's going to consume everybody. No one is safe from this.
No one is
all hell Biafra.
All Biafra, brother. All Odudua. Thank you so much for another add-on tonight, okay? So let me take another one, and I think, if I am not mistaken, this could be Rodney. Rodney, sir. Is that you?
Hello, good evening, Baba.
Oh, now my guy, this guy's in. Okay, how are you tonight? Good evening, bro.
I'm fine. Never disguise though, Baba.
I know because I mix them. I get one guy, right? I get this screensaver that looks so much like yours, and I get to mix that. Rodney, that is watching, so I'm gonna master it now. So how are you tonight?
I'm fine, Baba. Only you are mad. Only you the job actually. God save that Mr. Man. I like that guy so much.
He knows that himself. He was saying that too.
He knows it himself. Only your Barut here, and well, I don't want to go there, bro. See, my personal opinion. We've been talking about anyways. Great job, Baba. Every day is not easy. All you need is one mic. Nostradamus, if you remember that song, all I need is one mic. That's what you're doing.
That's right.
But then, all this whole thing, if you just try analyze that, Kaduna, Kinikon, bomb here, then we talk say, it's bandit. They always avoid to use that word. Terrorism.
It's intentional. Like, it's hidden in plain sight. You can't suspect it, but it's there. You are saying it. Your subconscious minds are reading them. You are taking them in. Some of us, when we read bandit, attack, bandit, this and that, we actually boys from inside. Because you're like, these are terrorists. They are not bandits. Then all of a sudden, people who want a referendum are being presented as terrorists. And they are planting it. See where they do it. They plant
Do
it
you know why?
land.
Do you know why? Have you tried your best to actually analyze this?
Please.
My analysis is, yes, sir, I will. So it's like using that word terrorist or terrorism we rank Nigeria on the high scale of terrorist nation in the world. If you are considered a terrorist nation, according to all these DIA organizations or the Western world, that means you will not be availed the possibilities of, for example, that your oil where you talk say you get, you can't sell it to the world. That your money where you na the borrow from China, you can't borrow it.
You can't do them like that.
You have to you have to minimize the level of what would be wale terrorism no what could they bomb train it's not terrorism, it's just bandits. Some people who are harmed and they are just causing chaos.
Yeah, they are just causing chaos.
And right now,
but we'll get it
exactly. They are just exactly troublesome guys because that will avoid. It will make
stigma.
them.
So they don't want that because it's gonna hurt what Nigeria is giving to them. If they, I think I get you.
No, the Western world is giving to them.
That's what I mean.
One way or the other.
Not whatever they are given because they will be like, everybody will be careful to relate with them because they will be like, half of your money, or if not 80% of your money goes into terrorism anyway. So we're not going to let you have access to all of that. So I think that's...
Exactly. Meanwhile, if we now think deeply about it, the Western world are moving towards not just globalization, but how do I say, like green, how do I explain
is that what they call this green energy? Or
so now your fuel is useless. Your fuel is useless. Your crude oil is useless. It's coming to that stage.
Yes.
Now let's go to the other side. Abuja football, Nigeria, what lose? Lose. How wouldn't they lose? If when you are not investing in the grassroots, how wouldn't you lose? Look at Germany, look at United States, look at Japan, look at UK. Almost 90%, I'm not talking of 80%, 90% of their players are home paid. Home. Elaine wasn't that ball. Before you recruit or invite someone to come to play for the national team, that person must be very good. The only, I think maybe I can remember one playing for United States is from Dortmund. Right? I can't imagine in Nigeria moving forward with all these problems. I mean, I want to touch different aspects. Please. Like, if you think about the banditry, that one, we don't already cancel that one. If you think about insecurity, just cancel it. I mean, we can list almost 50 industries, which we can just put a red X on them. That's red X. Red. Why are we preaching Yoruba nation? Our borders are closed. Yeah. Meanwhile, they open their own in Niger. They are constructing train station moving from somewhere in the north to Niger.
With the money they are going to borrow that we will pay. We will pay back. They will borrow it.
But they are getting all the money. Yes, sir. They are getting all the money they use in investing on these infrastructures from we Yoruba. One man say, don't drink beer, don't drink alcohol in the north. We Yorubas, the Igbos, we are the ones who drink because a lot. Why? Because of suffering in Nigeria.
We have no regret to.
And hence to calm down the stress now, after you do all your hustle for the day, you enter one beer parlor and drink 1, 2 or 4 bottle of this star. Drink, relax with Ejaro.
And now you will say he's a senator. He will collect cut from it. But if Adekunle or Uche decide to go and sell the same beer in the north, they will confiscate them and destroy them. How is that fair?
After collecting the VAT, VAT, value added tax, and use it to do different things, apart from that, they are borrowing money on us, on our head. It's no more Nigeria. Let's just forget this nonsense. It's not possible for it to work. 60 years electricity. 60 years you cannot open your tap water.
I don't know if you remember that. I was expecting you to even add that. We generate electricity in Yoruba land. They put a cable, they put cables on them all the way to the Sokoto desert. Meanwhile, the Yorubas who have industries, right? They are selling their industries. They are turning them to mega churches where people now go to go and pray for jobs. What kind of life is that? It's not fair.
My God. Baba, now I'm going back to football. Do you know West Ham who took us to 1994, whatever bullshit? At that time, West Ham is still in Nigeria.
Tunisia 94.
Yes. West Ham is still living in Nigeria because of all those keep the way you see. Anyways, let's forget about what he's doing there. West Ham granted an interview, and it was like, they called him at that time, like, different people are manipulating things. He doesn't like have concentration on national team and things. They say, he said, West Ham, he said, at that time, they called him that there is a boy that is just kicking balls in the net, like he just score goals. What's his name? Rashidi Yekini. Nobody have his record in Nigeria. He was playing for Nasarawa United. Right?
Yeah.
Home-based. Became a national hero. These are guys that were hungry to achieve something. To get
they have no godfather, and their second names are not Tinubu and all of that, who could probably get it.
Exactly. Baba, you see, Baba, if I hear that word Tinubu, they make me no sleep. If they make Bele, they pay me. I don't want to use paracetamol this time. Those are idiots. His colloquium last night, he turned 70. I started reading different kind of nonsense from different state doctors. Yeah, you know the funniest thing? Before they write anything, they will first write Jagaban. And then they will write, you have been the pillar of Yoruba land. I say, which pillar? Which pillar of Yoruba land? Which pillar? It's not possible. These things have been known. We already know the facts. Our eyes are not closed anymore. In fact, as a matter of fact, we are not scared anymore. We don't tire. But waiting, they pay me the most. Should I tell you the truth?
Tell me.
Yes, sir. Now, all these guys, the real Nigerians living, I'm not in Nigeria anyway, but the people living in Lagos, they are not seeing this reality. The most people are living for this
Some
thing.
people will tell you
we
that is
in diaspora.
that statement can be unfair too, right? Despite all the hostility against them and the rest, right? Some of us are still getting, some of the clips to show that people are talking about the Yoruba nation on the street. Some people sharing their flyers, organizing their meetings here and there, despite the hostility. That if we use the blanket statement, that despite all we are saying, people back home are not responding and they are not doing this and that, that would be so unfair. Trust me.
Exactly.
People there
You are right, bro.
Too. Without using statement.
In fact, that video you showed, I guess it was in amphitheater in Osun State. That was in
it was actually at the APC convention in Abuja. Just few days ago.
Oh, it looks like amphitheater.
But me, I thought that anthem was developed by the Osun State people, Osun State government, right? That's why they will sometimes say it is not Yoruba anthem, it is Osun State anthem. But guess what? It has been adopted by the Yoruba elders as the Yoruba anthem for a while back now, right? Now, the fact that they played it at APC convention in Abuja, and so they go play them inside the National Assembly of Abuja one day, and the conversation will be not about APC, not PDP, it's going to be about the Yoruba living in Nigeria. So that's why I shared that video. Go on.
Yes, sir. But you know the fact, the problem is like a country which is not producing, not exporting, will always lack productivity and lack progress. Apart from all this bombing and all insecurity, no production, go and check the GDP for Nigeria. What do they use as an economist? What do they use to analyze the country as this?
We don't read that.
Yes,
they just make rubbish.
Exactly. So to analyze something like a country is a third world nation, when you are having $1 per capita income, that means like you are spending less than $1 in a day. So now, how much is $1 to 1 naira? From there, you can now understand Have you now seen the latest news that the non-academic staffs in Nigeria are now on strike? This is separate from ASU.
That's after ASU.
The non-academic staff who are only in the offices, they are on strike now. We don't already see all these things. So if anybody is not arguing or telling me like a country like Nigeria should continue and exist, and they should be voting at 2023 is a fool and a blind motherfucker. Like, you want me and that's why exposure. We are in the foreign land. We see it every day. Possible. He was what in school. When we are talking about free education,
and your own what do they use again? What is your leader called?
Angela Merkel before, right now
I'm talking about your current leader.
Now it's so.
God bless you. And then he's probably just pretending like, we don't have money. Then you read it in the news.
It's not possible, Baba. That one I was
we go don't read the news here. Is that they won't be asking him to pay ASU in Germany. They will be discussing when is he going to resign. When is his party going to vote no confidence on? They want him out. The fact that he even allowed him to last for 1 month, they don't want him anymore. Even if he paid now, they don't want him anymore. He needs to go.
So,
not in Nigeria.
Even the quality of education, Baba, can you imagine if someone who studied mechanical engineering, he know if he even commode engine inside Honda or Toyota?
Clement, that's a story for
Baba. Yeah, I wish you a good night, sir. Thank you so much.
Tonight. Thank you so much.
All right.
For your time. So I'm going to say thank you to all my friends, everyone that's still on the queue trying to get in. I'm sorry, guys. I have decided to always kind of make this program something around 2 hours with an extra minute, so that we have enough people to have a chat and probably have some sort of extended convo. But at the same time, I always have a closing time, and that closing time is where we are at now. So like I said, when the system try to shield terrorists and then scapegoat or gaslight other people as committing crimes, it is state-sponsored, it is deliberate. You should never buy into it. You should never even debate it. You should just spit it out. When they throw it at you, you should be bold enough to see through it, because all they have to do is just to say you are a criminal, okay? These same criminal people in your government, these jihadists, protecting terrorists, okay, and going after activists, all they have to do is just to tell you that I am receiving a weapon or I'm supplying this and that. They can make me a criminal, and they will give you the intel developed. All they need to do is just take out the name of the terrorist and put my name there, and they give it to the media, and their media will elaborate it. And they would say a lot of things that will make it look like it's real. They are not asking you to believe. They just want to plant it in your mind, especially if they know that this person has the capability of opening the minds of and the eyes of the people, that one day, what they are getting away with, they may not be able to get away with them anymore. You see, all of this makes us target. It is what makes Oluye Sunday Igboho a target. It is what made Mazi Nnamdi Kanu a target. It's what will make everybody who has been arrested, persecuted, including those who have been killed in the name of national security and the rest of that. Their national security is to protect the Fulani terrorists. And if you object to that, you will become a target. All they need to do is just to give a name to a crime and then put your name on it. That's it. And even if they don't have any evidence, if there is no witness, if there's no nothing, they have the system. They can lock you up and let the media do the persecution. By the time the media is completely, done with washing and then, repeating the propaganda and all of that for them, when they are done, they will likely let you go. That's how bad it is. And that is why you should never, ever play into their hands. They may use the Biafrans today, okay? They will use Yorubas tomorrow. They're going to use others tomorrow. And the way it is like a vicious circle, right? A vicious circle means that dog eats dog. If they come for you today and you keep quiet, or if they go for these people today and you keep quiet, right? They're going to come for you too. And God, who is quite have his way of doing things, right, has proved to us that, yes, they will do it. when they were persecuting Biafrans, persecuting IPOB, calling them this and that and killing them, right? I told you. The reason why I continue to speak out, the reason why I continue to raise the alarm, the reason why I continue to raise the consciousness of all my friends to pay attention to this is because when they are done with them, they are going to come for us. Because what these people are fighting for, we are going to be fighting for it sooner or later. It didn't take up to a year before they went for Oluye Sunday. You know the story, and you know those of our brothers and sisters who have been persecuted. They've even killed 2 of us just because we're asking to defend ourselves, protect ourselves against the invaders and killers. So that then just, validate the reason why I have been screaming. I'm not a Biafran, but I've been screaming before they killed the first person in Yoruba land in the protection of Fulani terrorists. Now, whatever they are doing to the Biafrans that you are seeing today, it is just a matter of time before they can be bold enough to do it publicly to us. And just like many people don't believe what is happening in Biafra land today, that how could Nigeria be this hateful towards the Igbos? How could the leadership of Nigeria allow this to be happening in Igbo land? Many people never believed this could happen in Igbo land. Now it's happening. Many of you don't believe that some of those things will happen in Yoruba land. Now they will be happening in Yoruba land too. Do you really want to wait till then before you quite believe? Some of us are not going to wait. We'll put and continue to put up that fight as much as we are allowed under the legal international convention, which says we have the right to defend ourselves if we come under attack from any kind of external aggressor. And that's exactly what will happen. So don't let them gaslight anybody. Don't join them. Don't entertain it. Don't share it. Don't discuss it. Spit it out and spit on it every time they throw all these lies. They are distraction. And it will do us more damages if you entertain them than when you discard them. Thank you so much for your time, everyone who took your time or stayed with me this long. This is where I'm going to draw the curtains, okay? You can still like the video if you haven't. Drop your offerings like we say. Like the video, share it. If this is your first time of watching me, second time, third time, you've never subscribed on Mayegun's Diary Political, why not just try that now before you go, right? Like the video, share it, subscribe, set your notification on, and I'm going to see you some other time. Until then, stay safe and good night to all of you, my friends.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í.
Máyégún ti dé. Máyégún ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í.
Máyégún ti dé.
Lórí Facebook.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í.
Máyégún ti dé.
Lórí YouTube.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í.
Máyégún ti dé.
Bọ́ba bá gbé wúrẹ́. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í.
Máyégún ti dé.
Ijó ìgbádìyẹ.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í.
Máyégún ti dé.
Pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í.
Máyégún ti dé.
Kí gómìnà kówó jẹ.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í.
Máyégún ti dé.
Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í.
Máyégún ti dé.
Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í.
Máyégún ti dé.
Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í.
Máyégún ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í.
Máyégún ti dé.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀ oníkanṣá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o àyè.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀ kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀ ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
tẹnitẹni ọmọ Máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́run sọ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù bọ́tà ń lé ibo níṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹ̀rùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. èèpo ọ̀bọ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti jọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ fòyà àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán wò á kàmù. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì o ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.